Whoa, parkrun complete. Whew. So, I'm gonna have to do this video in slightly reverse order because I got here very late, had about 5 minutes to spare before the start, so no warm up, no course recce, nothing at all. But this is Edenbrook Parkrun in Fleet. Now, today I had aimed to do the Rushmore Parkrun, which is over in Aldershot. As I'd sort of scoped out the course, saw that it was quite flat, the average finish time was quite fast, quite a few people had gone under 20 minutes. And I'm looking to break that 20 minutes for the 5k. Got there, parkrun off today. There is some school's sporting event which is taking over Aldershot. So, quick search in Google to find the nearest parkrun to where I was, and I had about 15 minutes to get over to the Edenbrook Parkrun. Get here, lots of traffic because there's roadworks, managed to find a parking space quickly and get over to the start. But I had absolutely no idea what the terrain was going to be like, what the course was going to be like. Shoe wise today, I thought I'd take out my brand new pair of Ultra Escalante 4s. And I regretted that choice, and you'll see why in the video. So anyway, this is my first kind of marker really for where I am 5k fitness wise. Not looking to break 20 today, but hoping to give myself a good idea of where my fitness is at and just how much I need to progress. So let's get to the start line and go through the Edenbrook Parkrun. So here we go, on the start line. Busy one today because the Aldershot Parkrun was cancelled, so many of the runners that usually do that one had come over to Fleet for the Edenbrook Parkrun. Now, as I said, I had no idea going into this race what the terrain was going to be like, how busy it was going to be, what the paths would be like, how wide they would be, so it was all a bit of an unknown. Now, it is quite narrow all the way through the course actually, but particularly in this opening section, probably only enough room really to run sort of 2 abreast, maybe 3 at a squeeze. But fortunately they did put finishing time markers at the start, so you could make sure that you were in an appropriate sort of finishing time pen, so that did really help. And it did open up after about sort of 500 meters, so not too bad. At this stage of the parkrun, I was thinking, yeah, this is pretty good terrain underfoot, quite compact gravelly paths, a little bit loose in places where they've been sort of putting fresh sort of stones down to kind of fill in some of the puddly areas, but generally in this opening section quite good. Still quite narrow though, as you can see, and so, you know, if you get yourself a little bit sort of stuck, that can be a bit tricky. Kilometre 1 in 4:02. So 4:02 for that first kilometre, quite a quick opening kilometre. As I said, I'm not here today to go for that sub 20, but just to get an idea of what kind of course or local parkrun could give me a shot of getting that sub 20, and also to see where my fitness is at. Now, I didn't show it on that first opening lap, but there was quite a muddy waterlogged section, but hopefully I'll show you that in just a moment. Came through kilometre 2 in about a 4:07. Great thing about a parkrun though is you've always got people that you can chase, and you can always be chased. So I was trying to make the most of the people that were around me to use them to try and keep me honest and keep the pace up. Here we go then through those muddy sections. I don't think the camera's really doing justice for just how wet it was. It was up and over the shoes, so that did make things a little bit tricky. Now, I came through kilometre 3 in a time of 4:09, so slowing up a little bit more. Kilometre 4 was a 4:17, and here I am just coming into the last 1k with a 4:20 for this finishing kilometre. Last 500 metres. Oh, slowed considerably from the start. I'm going to see if I can duck in under 21. I'd made my peace with that at this point and was hoping for a sub 21 minutes. I thought that would be quite a good time based on the sort of fitness and sort of current position of where I am with my running. So coming into these last 500 meters now, it was just about trying to make sure that anyone behind me didn't get past. There was no one close enough in front of me that I could sort of chase down to get a few extra seconds. And also hoping that the course was accurate, and it was absolutely accurate to the stride. As soon as you came through the finish pen, I felt my watch beep for the 5 kilometer marker. So here we are, coming in to the last sort of 50 meters or so. Beautiful sunshine today as well, which really did help keep the energy levels up. And we crossed the line, and I think the finishing time was about 21:03 on the Parkrun website, but just under 21 on the watch. So there we go, across the line in about 21 minutes, maybe just a few seconds under. And as you can see from the splits on the screen, not an evenly paced parkrun. Started out in the low 4 minutes per kilometre, but then slowed down to sort of 4:15s, 4:17s, and so on. But that's okay. And actually, when I was sort of about 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way through the race, I wasn't going to be disappointed with a time of 21. And in some ways, I think if I'd have come in having nearly gone sub 20 or been within about 15 seconds on that kind of parkrun terrain, I would have been thinking that I've set the bar too low for my training at the moment. As it stands, I think sub 20 is an ambitious yet achievable target. To get 21 on that parkrun course, I think is fairly decent. I'll have a look at where I was sort of in the leaderboards and the finish times, but overall pretty pleased with that run. It feels daunting to think that I've got to go a minute faster and you know tick off kilometers under 4 minutes at the moment, because I just don't feel like I've got that confidence in my legs currently. But that's why we're training, and that's why we are doing those sessions in the gym, that's why we are doing those intervals on the treadmill, and that's why we are getting out on a beautiful Saturday morning in the sunshine to test our legs, test our strength, test our lungs at our local parkrun. So I'm going to leave it there, do a training update in a video soon for the overall 5k training week. So hopefully your parkrun went well today. If it did, drop me a comment below, and I will see you in a new training video very soon.